Ambulance, Tongue Trap, and Flip Horizontal. Thank you for the subs. It was a 3-month by Tongue Trap, so congrats on the badge upgrade, dude. Much appreciated. And speaking of 3-month badge upgrades, Cryptic911, welcome to the stream.
I'd
welcome
like to
back,
make
I
a
should say.
suggestion. Host a 5-game show match and each game is worth 20% of the total prize pool. Good idea? Bad idea?
Well, I mean, it is an okay idea, but we're all about the winner getting the vast majority of the pool here, so that's what we're going to go for. And Kux told me earlier that he's confident of beating just about anybody right now, even though he did scrim against Marky, I think yesterday, or was it a couple of days ago? Probably a couple of days, can't remember. Recently, and Marky took 6 of the games out of 8, but Kuxir told me that he didn't...
half for prize pool, half for Johnny.
Half for me. Oh, now I'm going to do subtractions. Jackus, you know what? That can I just put it all in the prize pool? Can I do that? Or if you want me to have half the money, I will take it, but I'll put it all in there just so I don't have to change the donation goal if you don't mind. But it's up to you. It's up to you. It's your money. And we're pretty low scoring game here. No goals at all in over a minute. Couple of shots from Marky, just missing on the power that he could have had. We'll see if he starts hitting the ball more cleanly as the game progresses. Squeezes it in at the near post. Cox will be pretty disappointed that he let this one in, because usually near post defense is where Coxer shines.
Amazon propping up my sub for 5 months now, lol.
I know, Amazon just MVP. Oh, Cox is up for this, but his initial jump wasn't in the angle that he wanted to go, so he's going to cancel that. Marky in his pink car, gotta love it. Marky's always a fan of the pink mobiles. The fan of the Batmobile is the Italian, who recently took down, of course most of you will already know this, he recently took down Scrub Killer in a best of 9. And oh, good recovery by Marky. I feel like Cux could have scored that if he was a little bit quicker. He didn't want to miss from near or from close range, so he took his time with that, but took a little bit too much time. Pretty standard stuff from Marky at the side of the field here, refusing to do well shots from risky positions. He doesn't want to give the possession away for free. But these guys, I love watching them play 1v1. It's why I'm so excited to finally get to live stream this matchup, because it's a matchup I've seen quite a few times on Marky's stream and also on Cux's stream in the past. Cux slow rolls this one in to tie the game, but I've never actually been able to do this matchup on my stream, to the best of my knowledge. I don't think I have. So, who's going to take it? Somebody asked for my predictions before we started. I said that I would give it after the game had actually begun, so I wouldn't have to repeat myself. I'm going to give it to Marky, just purely based on their history. More recently, Cux has elevated his play to a more consistent and more deadly form of Cux. He's still true to his old self, very defensive and very focused on like these hard shots from whether it be the air or from the ground, just very power shot oriented. But Marky, in the past, has had success against Cuxer, and I think that's going to shine through. For now, though, Cux is doing a great job getting an outplay against Marky here. He got the initial misplay from the Scotsman by hitting it high at the far left post. That did draw out the misplay by Marky, completely whiffing the save. And Marky going for a boost steal in the back corner. Cuxer does this little bit of a stare down before side flipping out of the way. Definitely trying to get inside Marky's head here. Oh my goodness, Marky using the underside of his own crossbar to keep the ball out. Nearly a fantastic own goal right there. Marky, of course, is staying pretty true to his own style also. Just bounce dribbles, getting the ball as close as possible, and then trying to go for an outplay with a dribbling move. But don't be too sure that Marky's going to only go for dribbling moves. His ground shots are pretty fierce as well, although I would say Cuxers are a slightly higher level at the moment, just able to find that power from more crazy angles than Markydooda is. And appreciate all the subs, guys, as always. I will do shoutouts after the game is over. Extremely low scoring game here so far, but with 1v1s being so explosive, we can't write this off yet. There could be 5 or 6 goals in under a minute for all we know. Marky, really aggressive play there, going for a bump off the wall. It will not work. Cuxer escapes that one. Really good play by Cuxer. He was so close right here to getting bumped off of his own wall, and if that had occurred, Marky would have almost certainly scored, because in that situation, the recovery time is so bad. it's horrendous. If you get bumped off your own back wall, you're pretty much going to hit the ceiling before you have a chance to come back down again. But Cuxer's having a great game 1 here. Looking very in control. Even the one goal that he did let in didn't look like he was out of the game entirely. for the prize pool. Yeah, all donations, guys, will go to the prize pool. Also, Jackus, I didn't actually see. Try and get Toasty's attention in chat if you replied to what I asked about earlier for your very generous £82 donation. You're insane, dude. Marky with a backflip shot. Standard stuff from him.
1/7 for Kuxir. 1/7 for Boomer. 1/7
There's the tie
for
game off
Conor
the face-off.
1/7 for Carpet
Extremely,
Beard. 1/7 for Red's ego after last night's rage quit. 1/7 for Dictator Drum. 1/7 for Gibbs weight loss program.
Oh my goodness.
Also, why don't you ever have Pasky on stream anymore?
Pashy's been playing mostly 3v3s recently, so he's not been on stream playing
This
ones.
bait of flowers.
Marky was going for a demo there, but catches it and does a delayed flick. Marky's showing why you don't need to carry the ball from your end to the other before doing a flick. You can just do it straight off the catch. That's how we're going to see most of Marky's flicks when he's playing 1v1. He'll just catch the ball and immediately throw it. But he's in the lead all of a sudden. Kux was looking great, but a slight misplay, allowing Marky enough space to craft out his, I would say, patented backflip shot technique on Marky. Isn't going to be able to run this one in. Kuxir giving Marky a lot of space right now, despite the fact that Marky is in the lead. He's still in possession and control of the ball. This is how he likes to play. He loves to dictate the game even when he's ahead. He doesn't like to give the other player space and time to do what they want to do. Instead, stays on the ball pretty much all the time. But he might have given Kux a free shot here. He did, but Kuxir's missed the power. The prize pool not working. Okay, let me see if I can... What happens if I do this? Nope. Hold on, let me try and fix that. Copy. And then I'll paste this. I think Hux just tied the game while I'm not even paying attention.
Why is every pro player that
Okay, it doesn't look like that's working.
And also,
so
have you seen the tornado flick?
I'll just do it myself after the game. Have I seen the tornado flick? I have. It's actually a pretty useful strategy for controller players. You can do that on keyboard without any fancy keybinds, but controller, you need to do some fancy keybinds for that. Kuxir, I know, is someone who loves to do that style of dribbling maneuver. Here we go, though. Tie game in game one. Kuxir gets the ball into Marky's half, but Marky's still able to keep the possession. He's going to go for boost. He knew that Kuxir wasn't lurking in the middle.
I forgot to inform my subscription. So here's a little joke for the sake of it. Who drops the microphone most often? So because he is a professional freestyler.
Oh my goodness,
My
that's
XD.
the worst Rocket League joke I've ever heard. Although I've not heard many Rocket League jokes, so good on you for trying. I'm really curious to see how this series is going to adapt as we go on. And I hope that, although we're only going to get to see a best of 5 today, I definitely hope we get to see more of these guys playing against each other in the future, because they've got such a history together, being SARP veterans and knowing each other for all that time, now being teammates on Flipside for over a year. Kuxir takes game one. Oh, surely! Okay, took a second try, but he got it. He got it, eventually. After the miss on the open net, I've got to see this again. Marky, I believe, was actually bombing it back into defense just in case Kux missed, and that was really close to... That was close to being the biggest caster curse of my life right there. As Kuxir nearly misses from a very, very scoreable shot. I'm going to ready up as I put a scoreboard up here. 1-0 for Kuxir. I did say that Marky was the favorite going into this, and I only think that purely based on their history playing 1v1s against each other. Marky's had very, very dominating run in this matchup, and I think that is going to be enough to give him the confidence to win this. But hey, Kuxir taking game one, looking very comfortable. Markydooda not getting the power on his shots, transitioned into more dribbling and ground-based moves, and it seems to continue. Good kickoff by Marky. Kuxir going for the side boost. Maybe putting himself a little bit far away.
If I heard correctly, happy early birthday.
Yeah, my birthday is tomorrow. You're right. This is right. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Oh my goodness, Kuxir muscles Marky off the ball right there. But yeah, the prize pool donation bar thingy isn't working, so I will add it all up after the stream myself. Don't worry. Any donations during the show match will go to the prize pool. Oh my goodness, Marky just completely flops the half flip challenge. At least I think he went for a half flip challenge here, did he? Oh no, he tried to turn and ended up sideways. Yeah, half flip challenge. But bit of an awkward position there for Marky. You never want to be sideways when you're challenging the ball in 1v1 because you're so easily outplayed. You need to commit at a really awkward time. Kuxir looking like he's able to make Marky... He's able to draw out these mistakes from Marky is what I'm saying. He's making Marky feel awkward is what he's doing so far in this game. So Marky can't just get into the comfortable zone that he's so dominant in. That was really well played by Marky, letting the ball bounce one more time. He didn't shoot it on that bounce because it would have been a really high shot. That's why we saw kuxir moving up onto the backboard, because he anticipated Marky to backboard it. But Marky, really smart play, let the ball bounce after he saw Kux moving into position on the wall. And then the second bounce he didn't even wait for either. He actually shot it on the volley, catch Kux off guard. Another volley by Marky will get saved this time. But Marky used to mostly shoot the ball from the ground on the half volley, and we're starting to see more of a volley focused playstyle right now. But kuxir ties it up again with a near post pass to himself. That challenge in the midfield by Marky was definitely a misplay. Did not get enough of the ball. That is a pretty good spam. I like that one. I've never seen that before. I don't know if any of you guys saw Gibbs's top 10 players of 2016 video, or, you know, series, where he had all of the players in the world ranked in terms of how they did in tournaments in 2016. I didn't agree with all of his placements, but I'm not going to go into that. That's not the reason I'm bringing up this point. What I am going to say is that I do agree with his assessment for rank 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, kuxir! Off and on so easily. Marky has got to see this coming against a player of kuxir's caliber, because he just makes that look so simple. Jumps off the wall, puts the ball on the net like nobody's business. But Gibbs in his 1v1, or not his 1v1, in his top 10 players of 2016 had Markydooda at number 2 and kuxir at number 1. And there's no surprise there, because they have been on Flipside Tactics the entire year, whereas Greasy Meister joined as a replacement for Mike Rules halfway through the year.
Any advice for video settings to get the best frame rate for competitive play?
You ready to take a screenshot? Are you ready? Bang.
I apologize for my last troll donation. It was immature of me, because I really appreciate your stream.
Hey, no worries,
keep up the good work, boy. There's no reason to troll donate to.
You're actually such a troll. I can't believe that. Well, thanks for the first half, and then yeah, trolling me again. I can't believe this. I fell for that one. I actually fell. It didn't show up the end of the message on my overlay, on my alert, so I didn't see that. kuxir is going to be taking a very comfortable lead in this game right now, and I don't think Marky's doing enough to, you know, put kuxir on the back foot here. Early challenges not working out on quite a few occasions for Marky here. Needs to be a little bit more solid on how he's contesting the ball. Maybe throwing a couple more fakes to try and bait kuxir into just giving him the ball for free. But look at the power from Marky. What a shot. Setting it up with a half flip as well. That was really impressive stuff by Marky. Half flipping to get the ball into a position for a grind shot. And look at the power that he's able to generate as he puts it far post. kuxir unable to save it. Never finishing his stories. What story? I mean, that was it. I disagree with Gibbs' assessment for rank 1 and rank 2. kuxir number 1, Marky number 2. For 2016. That's for 3v3 though, not for 1v1. For 1v1, I'd say Scrub was rank 1 in 2016. Then probably kuxir number 2, Marky number 3. But kuxir, he's had Marky in his shadow for quite a long time now. Even though Marky is the captain of Flipside Tactics. Even though Marky is the captain, kuxir has always been the star player. And that just shows how good kuxir is, that Marky is on a team and he isn't the star player himself. As he's been one of the players who has been most dominant since the launch of Rocket League. But another overcommit for a boost in the back corner gives kuxir a free shot of cosmic proportions. This is the most free shot Kux is ever going to get. Just comes in, dinks the ball to the side, and then Marky doesn't identify the danger. Gives away another goal, but the kickoff goal should be able to tie the game. Marky plays it slow. He knows kuxir's nowhere near him. Really smart play to take his time there. 5-all. Very close games here. Marky flicking the camera back and forth. I know some of you guys don't like that, so I'll try to avoid it. Something that he does before every face-off, and I've heard people asking, why does he do that? What is it, just to annoy people? I would say it's just one of those warm-up rituals that you got tennis players like Nadal going through a crazy warm-up ritual before playing a game. That's Marky's warm-up ritual before any play. He just flicks the ball camera back and forward using the reverse look back. There he goes again. Just warming up his hands, getting ready for the APM spam that is to come. But he's in the lead. A very strange game here. Good shot by Marky. He's looking like he's finding the power more in his shots than he did in game 1. That really has been the difference maker going into game 2, as Marky is hitting these shots hard and into the corners. kuxir, what is he going to do to try and get back into the game? He's down by 2 now. Marky going for the boost starve. I'm not sure if he got it. In fact, it looks like he did, because he's sticking around in Kuxir's corner. He would not do that if Kuxir got the boost.
Idea.
Kuxir just
Could you
muscles it
get
in.
some lower level players on stream and flowers their play? It could be both funny and informative for others. I'm a challenger that would love an opportunity to do so. Oh, and moi.
I don't think so, because most of you guys like high level play.
The bunnies is a tornado flick. Also, how do I deal with the recoil when I try to start an air dribble from the ground?
Alright, Marky's just gonna let Kuxir have his way in the goal.
Okay, I'm sorry for trolling you again.
Oh, driving forward.
This is for the prize pool and it would never happen again because we are all big fans in the chat.
You're gonna do it again. You got wrecked though. He just spammed a million Ys and the dude just read it out as Yi. Pretty curious to see. Marky is playing quite desperate in defense. He wants to throw in a challenge at the absolute earliest possible moment, which it does go in line with what we're used to seeing from him. But he maybe needs to start throwing in a couple more just really passive plays, because right there Kuxir just launches it at the backboard, ties the game easily. What a save by Kuxir! Pre-jumps the point blank range shot. Can he get the open net finish? Of course he can. Unlike in game 1 where I called it and then he missed. But to backtrack, asking, no, it wasn't backtrack, it was Zeno EHP, asking about lower level games. Most people just don't want to see that, unfortunately.
Finally,
I'm sure that a lot of you would.
I've been waiting to see a live match between these two.
I'm sure a lot of you would want to see a lower level game getting analyzed, but the vast majority of people just want to see high level gameplays. That's what I'm focusing on. I know that Gibbs does lower level analysis a lot, so there's always Gibbs to go to for that kind of thing. He does a lot of videos focused on teaching noobs how to play. But Kuxir's actually fashioned his way back into this game with ease, as Marky kind of gifting it to him in many regards.
Any chance we'll see Marky versus Kronovi again? Or Imco versus anyone? Also,
probably,
I know what you did last summer.
He knows what I did. Yeah, we could probably get Marky versus Kronovi again.
Hello, Johnny.
Here, though. Let me just
I have been waiting so long to resubscribe. Also, your mic is muted. Please enjoy my spam. Moi
we're skipping the W's. W's just take too long, I'm afraid. We're not listening to any W's. They just go on for actually minutes at a time. Kuxir one game away from taking this one down in 3, as this is a best of 5. Although both of the games have been close, Marky has not looked comfortable in defense, as Kuxir just, every time he hits the ball high into the air, Marky doesn't know what to do with it, and the pops from Kuxir have been too good. Of course, a lot of people ask, what do you do if my opponent is just popping the ball a lot? Well, you've got to mix up your defense. You've got to make them pop it when they don't have the ball under full control, so their pop isn't that good, or you've got to try and get them to pop the ball more towards you than at your goal, because then you're obviously going to just take the possession for yourself. So mixing up the defense is the key. Backflip shot by Marky. It improves his positioning here so he can continue attacking. The front flip there, he would have had a much worse recovery time, much like we're seeing right now, and that is immediately going to punish him. Hitting the crossbar with the front flip shot puts Marky really out of position, and Kuxir just lets it come down. Kuxir looking so solid right now. Even though he did concede 7 last game, he's looking really comfortable. I've got to say that my prediction right now was wrong. I thought that the history that these two have against each other was going to make Kuxir a little bit nervous going into this and make Marky feel extremely confident, but it's looking like it's the other way around right now. Marky again going for another early challenge, and it's not going to work. He just passes it to Kuxir for the 2nd time in a row. We've got to call it a question, these plays by Marky, because that's twice in a row now that he's just passed the ball to his opponent with an attempted shot first and then with an attempted challenge. How is he going to stabilize here? If he wants to get back into the game, he's got to do it pretty soon. And this time, going for a mind game is not going to work either. But Marky's still on the ball, still has the boost, still in attack. Needs to be so careful though not to give Kux a free turnover of possession. And Kux continues to just frustrate Marky. Doesn't let him through once more. Another tame shot by Marky. Markydooda, I know, right? Well, right now it's looking a bit more like Markydooda than Markydooda, as Kuxir rips another long shot. That is good, and it's in. Marky can't get back in time. The shots by Kux have just been on another level this game. Way too much power, way too much accuracy. Markydooda's got to step up his game if he wants to take down his teammate and rival. Are they on comms chatting? No, I don't think so. And there we go. Marky does get one back. Heavy touch by Kux.
This one is for the prize pool.
Yeah, well, one time more, I will reiterate, there is a prize pool. The thing isn't working. Like, I've got this donation goal. Oh, it's working! Yeah! Okay, it is working now. I thought I'd turn it on just to check if it's working. There we go. So it is, yeah. It's working. So it wasn't working earlier. We nearly see an identical second
over
goal
great
here.
Commentary, it is the best.
Is it actually, though? I don't know if it is. I mean, I'm letting it fly because you guys are contributing to the prize pool, so I'm going to just try to ignore it, but I'm not going to listen to W's. We nearly did see an identical second goal there, though, for Marky. Very
I can't
curious.
believe I got owned
Kuxir
by the text-to-speech bot.
Nearly doing the second.
Here, let me try again.
Is this going to work?
Less than greater than less than greater than less than greater than less than greater than less.
Nah, not having it. Not having it. That's just too stupid. Hold on, I'm trying to alt-tab my way to the game. There we go. But yeah, I was going to say, it was very strange to see Kuxir doing the same heavy touch in his own corner twice in a row, nearly conceding a second goal. There's been quite a few misplays from these guys in the third game. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The shot quality from Kuxir has been the silver lining, though. It's extremely solid shooting. This is very similar to what we saw game 1, though. Kuxir up by 3-1, but makes it 4-1. Marky falling asleep in defense, does not see the Italian coming from behind. He's done this a few times, just not looked where Kux is and hoped that he's backed off. This time he gets punished for it. As Kuxir has followed him right up the field. Marky could have looked back there and seen him coming. The shot quality by Marky is good enough this time. Rolls it in. Marky's had a couple of kickoff goals here. Prize pool not updating. I think it is, actually. I think it's just updating slowly. It took ages to update, but we'll see. I mean, if not, I'll change it myself.
Prize pool boy W.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if 69 quid goes on it. My goodness, you guys are incredibly generous with your donations today. Marky beaten in the air by Kux. That is a phrase that not many people will be surprised to hear, as Kux are one of the fastest and one of the most accurate aerial players in the game. Markydooda, perhaps one of his weaker aspects of his own game, although he has been padding that recently. Focusing on threes. He will go for a shot here. He's down by 3. Kuxir on the back wall, reads the high shot perfectly. Marky now low on boost, sticks a foot in, does well to hit the ball, but he needs to do some more here. Panicking in front of his own net again, not looking to see where Kux is. Marky being a bit lazy with his camera to look around and his camera to look back this series, I will say.
A streamer of your caliber deserves a donation of good caliber. For the prize poop, when are you getting F2 on toe?
I'll message the F2
they did
boys
alright
again.
at RLCS.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would have expected F2 to do worse than that, but for the more educated people in the RLCS scene, we know that there are a lot of very bad teams that queue up for RLCS. So F2, they did well. I saw the game that they won on stream against. I can't believe I've forgotten the name of who was it. Ariel something, but they did well. I was impressed. They looked like they were rotating quite well, better than I've seen in their recordings. Although I will admit that when you're recording, when you're streaming, you do play much worse. So when they say that, it's absolutely true. Well, I bet that when they're recording, they're playing worse than what they could off record. Kuxir lets his guard down.
Double.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Double.
What is that?
Double.
He's actually just written double and you a whole bunch.
Double. Double.
And sorry, I didn't mean that as a shots fired at the donator. That was more just I've done the seeding for RLCS. I've seen the ranks of the players. It's bad. It's bad. The prize pool isn't updating. Oh no. Well, let's see what happens if I do this. No, okay, we'll just leave it off. But there is probably around about 200, 300 quid here. Oh my goodness, the savagery by Kux. That might have just secured the game here. It's been a very, very quiet game for these guys. And Kux are just systematically dismantling Markydooda's offense, turning goals into the counter-attack. And that's going to be the series, that demo, and the immediate failed challenge by Marky. He had to go for the challenge, though. And the sixth goal by Kux is inconsequential. The game was in the bag if he would just hold his defense. Hold on, maybe possibility for a comeback. A tiny, tiny possibility at that, but a possibility nonetheless. Will Marky be able to get 2 kickoff goals? That is the question. Oh, Kux is just going to stay in net here to try and prevent a kickoff goal from happening, and he has to rip out a good save because Marky's shot was going top corner. He read the fake kickoff, but GG's. Kuxir takes down Marky 3-0, and that is an incredibly
for the
solid
prize
result for
pool
him.
www. Good to see the legend 97 v Markydooda. Also, please move your nose out the way. I can't see the stream XD.
For goodness sake. Alright, hold on. Yeah, okay, let me just add up the prize pool real quick. Let me just add up the prize pool.
Here's Johnny.
2 months already? How time flies.
Hold on, I've got a couple of messages to shoot out, then I'll add up the prize pool, guys. But yeah, that's a phenomenal win for Kux. Really phenomenal win, because he's always struggled against Marky, and I thought he was gonna struggle more to come over, or to overcome that mental barrier that, you know, going up against a player who's always had a good record against you, especially recently. Like Marky just beat Kuxir off stream a couple of days ago. Although Kuxir said that he was just, you know, messing around, trying new things in that series. I have 1,500 viewers. That's awesome that you guys are tuning in. Appreciate all of you guys being here. I might have another really good game here for you guys. I might have another game here. Let me see if I can. I'll see what Kux is doing. Hold on. And yeah, prize pool. Donations. Let's go to donations and add this up. I think I'm gonna do it myself. Let me click this button. Yeah, we have to do it ourselves. Unless, can I just do this? Is this gonna work? No. Okay, I'll just do it myself. Hold on. I'll get a calculator. I'll get a calculator. Wait, where's calculator? Calcul. There we go. Windows calculator. I guess I could stream this. Hold on. I could stream the calculator. There we go. Okay. Just got the standard calculator today. You could upgrade to scientific, but that's pretty high level stuff. We're just gonna stick to standard. What on earth is programmer? Oh, it's got letters in it.
Spending more dollar bills to ask again. Don't worry, I know you got caught up with other donations. How do you deal with recoil from the ball when trying to start an air dribble from the ground?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that. It's all about getting the center of mass of your car in line with the center of the ball. That's how my simplest explanation of that. Hold on, I'm trying to find where the donations for the prize pool started. Here we go. So we had a 16. I'll thank everybody as we go. £16.40 from Morkwan. Saying price Puliulio. Jackus with the £82, so we'll add 82. Satanic Bananas with the £4.10. And Pulsium with the 20. With so many like non-minimum donations, my goodness. And 51 Panda with the £4 and £10. That must be $5 or something right now. E Biggs with the 20. Did I already do plus? I did. Plus. 51 Panda with another £4 and 10. Backtrack Jack with the £3 and 12. Who else we got here? We got 51 Panda again with the £4 and 10. Yeah, I remember these troll donations, for goodness sake. And Barra Jas Fab with 1640. I don't have to do this every time. Usually it's automatically updating, but this time it didn't. And needed a username with the 5.
Thanks for the quality streams, and everyone who spams puppy off.
Puppy off. Yeah, I know that the spam... I try to skip some of the spam that's just actually too far. £4. That was 420 from Poka, 410 from Satanic Bananas again. Another 410 from... 51
Get
Panda.
crazy against a lot, please. Your streams are good because you
69 from Nano Waffle.
Neck make me a baby.
90 from Burgulence. Holy cow, that spam was insane. Pumpernickel with the £4 and £10. I hope I didn't get it. Did I get this wrong at any point? If I got it wrong, I'm sure somebody would tell me. Fiver from Rix0400. Backtrack Jack with another fiver.
Here's Johnny.
Chat RL with 3.
I'd cow I keep on misclicking.
And yeah, you guys like that. It was so stupid. And £5 from Geronix. I know that some of you guys might have tried to donate to me, but it's alright. I'll just chuck it all in anyway. Unless, Jackus, I know I did ask you because it was a lot of money, and I don't want to just, you know, I'm not gonna refuse somebody the option to donate to me.
Double.
I counted 2 twice. No, actually, it was just that Rick's 0400, Backtrack Jack both did 5, then Chaparral did 3, and...
Can you not put results in your puppy after the stream anymore?
I won't do that. That wasn't
Spoils
me.
it when you go to watch a VOD.
I've told
this isn't for the prize pool, so you don't have to add it up.
Okay.
Also, my 3-month sub anniversary is coming up. Let's have hot sex.
But this money in dollars is just over $350. So I think 354. Yeah, $354.
I never get to catch the stream live, so I had to put in a bunch for the prize pool today. I just have one question for you, and it's not a troll. Is
anyway, so $354. 100 of that going to Cux, so that's just 100 right off the bat, and then the remaining $254 gets split by the usual way. So we're going to multiply 254 by 0.35. I'm doing this in my browser just to, I don't know why, but I am. So that leaves Marky with 89, and then we subtract that 254 minus 89. So Cux, you're getting $265. Marky getting 89. I'll make a note of that real quick, and I'll sort that payment out later on. But that is yeah, all of the donations done and dusted. Again, Jackus, I didn't see in the chat anything about. He said it was your spit where you wanted. Oh, okay, nice. I see it now. Thanks, Toasty. For some reason, my chat isn't lighting up red when people say my name. It's just very, very, very vaguely changing the color to like blue. I don't know why it's doing that, but it makes it harder for me to see when people are tagging me. So apologies if I ignore you by accident. But thank you, Toasty and Jackus, for telling me. I mean, both those guys, Cux and Marky, are my friends, so I'm happy that they're going to get more money anyway. That's what I like to see. As far as subs go, I know a lot of you guys have been subbing throughout this.
This one's for you, Johnny. Happy early birthday.
Oh, Parajas, that's way too kind, dude. That's really, really kind of you. I appreciate that. What's my viewer record? It's 2,800 or 2,900 or something. I think 2,900 is closer to the truth. That's really kind of you. Thanks for that. I've got some cold tea here, so gonna try drink this. But yeah, appreciate all you guys subbing. We got Harmore19, Game of Pawns, both coming in with the new subs. Appreciate you guys. Welcome to the channel. Sultan of Swing with the 5 months. Misclicking again. That's what I like to see. Nijuma with the 3 months badge upgrade. And says thanks for the quality streams. And everyone who spams blank off. So not a fan of the spam, but I'm a fan of you for resubbing, dude. Thanks for the continued support. Danny Boy RL, but the 2 months. 2 months already, how time flies. I mean, the thing about a 2-month resub is it's really only 1 month in duration, because like it's the month sandwich in between. So that's maybe why it felt like it went so fast. But I appreciate that, buddy. Charles 2404, I Epic Dreams, both new subs. Welcome to the channel, guys. The Siege with the 4 months. I'm having to scroll here to keep up. It's moving. And the Avatar with the 2 months. Such Louis with the 5 months. And Orest93 Twitch with the 2 months. All you guys.
Anyone want to chain message
much
donations?
Appreciated.
The idea is that one of us writes a sentence or two to begin the story. The next person picks up where the last left off. Sound fun? Okay, good. I'll start. Johnny, his nose, and accent all walk into a bar.
Oh no, Johnny, his nose and his accent all walk into a bar. I don't like where this is going. But anyway, I'm going to continue. Zayn EHP with the 2 months. Appreciate the resub, dude. Gunner sent and Brazar. Gunner sent new sub. Brazar 8 months, of course. I give you just a split second of my video settings just for you. Appreciate the maximum months resub and the brand new sub as well from Gunner. TT Beans with the 2 months. Pulsar Fire also 2 months. Splash Leet with the 7 months. This baiter title. I mean, it was real, so it's not exactly bait. A lot of people have been complaining recently about my clickbait titles, but you know, Although I do like to joke about that once in a while. I'll never lie in a title. I'll never put something in a title that will actually mislead someone into clicking the video and then being disappointed. Never. That's not what I intend. I try to just make the title exciting, and then, but it's always going to be truthful. So you can always rely on it. Stardust RL and Nano Waffle new subs. Welcome, guys. I'm not sure where I actually need to stop doing this. I don't remember saying your guys' names, so I'm going to say it again anyway. Appreciated. SCS Edmard, 5 months, and Cryptic911 with the 3 months. And you did say that suggestion about the show matches. We're more about the winner takes all here, rather than the every game being worth a minor fraction, because that increases the value of a reverse sweep, right? If you drop 3 games and then win 4 to take a best of 7, every game that you win in the best of 7 is after you've dropped to 0-3. Is going to get you a 7th of the prize pool, but it's way more exciting if that person has made a comeback and taken like a much bigger chunk of the prize pool, It just makes that a lot better. Also, for sweeps, I did just to, for low prize pool sweeps and stuff, it's a winner takes all. And then only when it gets to massive prize pools, you want to make it a bit of a split so it's not completely a disaster when somebody loses marginally. That's my thoughts on it anyway. I'm pretty happy with the system we've come up with and we're using. I'm probably going to leave it like that for now. Flip Horizontal, new sub, and I think that's back to the start of the game, as we do have Tongue Trap 3 months, and he glad to be back with the 3 months in a row. Appreciate the resub, Tongue Trap, and the new sub, Flip Horizontal. You guys both very much welcome. And I think that, unless I'm mistaken, that is us back to the start of the game, which just leaves Harmor19, Kant Sparkly Aok, with the new subs just now, and Inconvenient Timing with the 6 months in a row. Badge upgrade for Inconvenient Timing, much appreciated. And Shadows Clamp right now with the 4 months and the butt, and that is us done with shoutouts. Grand, we did it. So I'll just go ahead. I've got to message somebody real quick.
His palms are spaghetti, knees weak, arms spaghetti, there's vomit on his spaghetti already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm. Spaghetti to drop spaghetti, but he keeps on spaghetti. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah,
Johnny, just wanted to ask if you could send nudies. No, but for real, get grades. I'm ice to versus say a lot 1v1 please. I'm gay.
I'm gay. Greasy and a lot both hate 1v1s, dude. I don't know if they would want to play. I don't know if they would want to play. Hold on, I'm seeing if I can get another game here. I'm messaging people off screen.
Here's Johnny.
My goodness, more subs. Gravity Offline and Animal. Oh, you tried to do a billion underscores and got wrecked. They just turned into 1 underscore. Ha! But I appreciate the resub, Animax Seltima, and a new sub, Gravity Offline. Welcome, dude. Welcome. And Shap RL and £51, thanks for the donations as well, by the way. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Toasty, where did you get that nose picture, by the way? Where's it from? I've never seen that before. Look how massive my nose looks from that side. It's insane. It's like I'm a witch from this side. I'm like a witch. But from this side I look normal because my nose is actually squint. It's just a one side disaster.
Here's Johnny.
Zara Fett with this sub. Welcome to the channel, dude. Much appreciated. As always. Google? You Googled my nose. That's what I like to see. For goodness sake. That's what I like to see. But yeah, we might have another game. I'm just trying to find one right now. Kuxir97 is over. Yeah, Kuxir97 has already happened. I won't spoil the result by saying what happened.
Happy birthday, you
It's not my birthday. It's my
Buy
birthday,
yourself something nice to recover from that spam. Enjoyed the content as always.
Minicuff, that's really generous of you, dude. For everybody who thinks it's my birthday right now, it's my birthday tomorrow. It's my birthday in 6 hours and 10 minutes, but I appreciate that, Minicuff. That is really, really kind of you. But yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow. I'm 26. I'm an old man. I'm gonna die. So old. I'm so old. I'm just shooting out some more messages, seeing who wants to play. What are we doing for my birthday? I don't know. What are we doing for my birthday? That's a good question. I'm probably just gonna stream. Probably just gonna stream the usual.